I always do this. It's always left on. Alright, so. Welcome to part 2 of this map video. Yeah, today, or last time, on building a map, we ended up making the whole shape of the map. I say whole, but like the coastline. Maybe we'll put more islands in there later or something. But something I wanted to do is I noticed that the interior here is kind of sparse. I'll probably do another roll right now of the shape. But basically, yeah, we figured out the lay of the land, and most of this episode is going to be figuring out the vegetation of the land, the prominent water features, etc. I've got a new setup here, so hopefully I'm just worried about my hat hitting this, but we'll see how that goes. But now it's mostly out of my way, so I can easily draw and whatnot. So yeah, let's get started. So, I'm gonna grab a bunch of this. Now because I've got most of my outer layer done and I'm happy with it, this is going to be kind of like targeted areas. Still listening to whatever the dice say, but kind of filling in gaps where I think we need some more flavor. Something here, yeah. And all D4s and stuff. Maybe we just leave all the D4s out. Oh, I know what I need to do. Like a fool, I have not brought up the map tables, but luckily you can follow along also with the map tables down below. Doing Forgotten Land, playing that tables, no, D4s are fine on this. Sure. D4s are where we're getting a lot of our shape anyway. This can go back in here. This is a D8. I was on an 8. So wherever it goes is where we do the we'll turn it to an 8 because that's what it rolled over there. And 8s are interesting. They get us our special modifiers table, so those are always fun to roll on. So let's see. Bringing up the tables, great. Highlight them so I don't use the wrong table. Done. Pen ready to go. Alright. Oh, a lot of 6s all together. What's 6s? Cliffs crests. So probably a big. So this is Canyon Valley. So we made this place very cavernous. So what I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna go. When it comes around, Get the ink flowing. Alright. So where was I? I was around here. Great. So I think I'm gonna have this gonna carry down to we kind of did a bunch of dice all at the same time there. Basically a cliff the cliff crests all the way around here into some valleys, and then a valley here. I wanted to connect the two. I think it just looks cool. That's that's the Bob Ross aspect of this, is to kind of do whatever feels right in the moment. So. All right. Yeah, last episode we did a lot of good brainstorming on a lot of these areas. So it was a good experience. Get some ideas out for the what could be. We could use this map for the West Marches game I am thinking about running, but that's a lot of work. It's a lot of getting people on the same page too. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah. And if not, maybe I just use this as like a comment map for whatever game I am going to run. Because we'll eventually roll up some history for this, kind of like what I did in my second video there, where we get basically a lay of the land, and its background mostly. It's where's the history of the land. So yeah, this is another cliff crest. I'm gonna have it follow the kind of same tieredness of this. Yeah. Yeah, the backstory version, the backstory video took a long time, and it was a lot of me doing ums and ahs, trying to figure out what good ideas are. And I don't know how compelling thinking is to watch, but we'll do it for this, just because I think it'll be background. I kind of want to catalog this and the story of this map and where it goes. That'd be a good way to do that, I think. We got a 1 up here as well. We got the marker out. I'll move that this way. Flatten those mountains. Sometimes if I'm doing this with a pencil, I started doing this with a pencil. This method, it was easy to like kind of overlay stuff or erase and shape it with the new dice that fall on top. For example, here I've got a bunch of medium peaks there, but in the middle I might have put a flatland because that's where a new flatland die had rolled. But with the pen, with the pencil, it wasn't showing up on here. We fixed that like right away. I started using pen almost immediately, but that is unfortunate for the space, because or for the map making creation, because now I can't change certain areas or like combine them. If it was like a high peak, area and a flatland die came to it, I might have changed them into a medium die, just for that's where the medium would be. Yeah, so in that instance, I'm going to change those to more hills or lesser pronounced peaks. Let's see. 3? What was 3? 5 is Canyon Valley. 2 is Hills Highlands. So lowlands. 2 is hills or unlowlands. And 5 is Canyon Valley. So it was here. It might be interesting to have what if this area here, this flatland, was in the middle? That is the valley. Let's have a very wide valley. Cool. 2 and 2. Hills Highlands, great. I'm gonna I think I'm gonna make this a hills range. Cool. Connecting the two just makes sense to me. 3 depressions, lowlands. Ooh. Something special. So when we get a special modifier, we roll the die. Roll d20. The d20 of special. Ooh, it is a 1. A natural 1. And for tables, that doesn't matter too much. But what is it? Oh, deadly or dangerous. So this 8, just above these lowlands, is going to be deadly or dangerous 3s. Hills? Oh, yeah, it's just an extension. Deadly lowlands. Cool. I like it. Alright, what's next? Shoot. 3 more lowlands? Oh man. These are all just... Great. 3 more lowlands. I'll put them on this side of that side of the crest. 3. Just expand these here. Lowlands. 2 and 2. Hills. Yeah, great. Yeah, so I definitely, what we did to change the dice away, it's a lot more crevasse based. We put medium peaks, depressions, hills, or all on the D4. So that's why we're seeing a little more mountainous terrain with this map, which I like. It was a goal that I wanted to establish with this map. All right, and we got there. It was great. Let's see, 4 is medium peaks. Great. Kind of just in the middle of nowhere here. Sure. Sometimes that happens. Uh, 3. So I had a depression lowlands there, but I see some below this. I like this kind of pseudo valley between these two mountainous peak areas, which I'm going to expand to kind of play into that. 3. More depression lowlands here. And now with things already kind of on the map, what I do is I kind of just, where the dice are, are less important, and where similar things are next to them is more important. Because it expands certain features. I'm not so worried about where the first couple rolls. I want it where it is. The second couple rolls, I kind of want to make the map look better, if that makes sense. Because what we did here to begin with was, I didn't like how the middle looked. I didn't like how sparse it was with shape. So, oh, there's another 8. So what we did was rolled again. And you take as many rolls as you need until you're ready to move on to the next stage. So yeah. Let's see. 3. Mm, 6. 7 large peaks. Alright. And extend this mountain range here. Cool. Alright. 6. Cliff or crest, right? And 3. Yeah, so I think the cliff or crest is going to be around here. And the lowlands below it. Medium peaks. Three and 3. Oh, depression lowlands. Yeah, okay. I love it when numbers come together, you know? Hills. I'll put the hills down a little more. We got a bunch of dice here to transcribe. Okay. So 2 6s were up here. I have them the crest scope that way. I think I'm just gonna have it kind of wind this way. Cool. The 3s I moved. Oh well. I think with the West Marches style of game I wanna run. If someone decides that there's suddenly a mountain here, great. You know, that's up to the GM. I think at the time. This is just, you know, so what I'm looking for. Framework. Yeah, this is like the blueprint for adventures, not anything set in stone, I don't think. I'm gonna some large peaks right here. Kind of combine them in with that. Alright, before we move on, I see an 8 there. So we're going to roll for that 8. I'm going to do them both at the same time. 6 and 6. I think we had a 6 before on the D20. What is 6? Ooh. It's safe or sanctuary. Well, that's... Maybe I should have got it. Well, we already have a safe and sanctuary. I think we talked about it last time, wanting to re-roll different results. That one's an 18. I don't think we have an 18. Oh, we have an 18. Infinite or expansive. We already have the infinite hills over there. Our lost woods of hills. 7. Did we already have a wild savage area? I think we did. Or maybe we decided that the whole world is wild and savage, and that's kind of the point. War-torn, mystical, hallowed. Just looking over the map right now. Haunted hills. Infinite, infested. Putrid peaks. Deadly lowlands. Yeah, there we go. Hallowed or radiant. Some sort of holy site. I like it. 6 is cliff or crest. Cool. So cliff or crest. I was close to this, but let's say it was here. And the more dice you roll, the more chances you have of having that more special sites. So maybe we'll just let it slide from now on. It's definitely when we move on to the next terrain feature, we will we'll just recount. That's what I'm looking for. Just restart that calculation or timer. Let's see, 4. 4 is medium peaks. Nice. A couple 4s next to these new large peaks. Great. Yeah, so this is turning out to be exactly what I wanted from this this additional roll here. The land's looking a little more shapely. Great. Oh, that's a cliff or crest. I think we're just gonna cut these hills and lowlands in half with the crest that happened. Perfect. 7 large peaks. Great. And medium peaks. Medium peaks. Great. So I'm just gonna make this a big old mountain range here. And this music's very Mononoke forest spirity. I'm digging it. Alright. Oh, that was another 4. Great. And some yellow. Flats. 3. All these 3s in our depression lowlands area, so alright, let's just keep going with that then. Oh, there's a D20 there. I always kind of like it when I forget to remove them, because now that's just a special area. Let's see what a 4 is. We'll have to roll a D8 as well. Frigid or frozen. Ooh. That's an interesting one for our jungle landscape. frigid or frozen 3. Oh, nice. Lowlands? Oh, why is being low so cold? Yeah, I like it. Frozen Lowlands? I like it. 6. Six and 6, Cliff Crest. Yeah, here we go. I didn't have time between sessions. Ooh, 6 is gone. I didn't have time between sessions to quite. I'm gonna put these lowlands here, other side of the cliff, for reasons. Flat, I'll put there. It's busy. But you'll notice over here, maybe, that you haven't quite done in all of the stuff, and I was gonna put some of the. I was gonna save the stuff like this for later, just because maybe these are dry and barren flats. So, saving stuff like that for the vegetation that we are about to do. To his hills. Great. I'm just gonna. Yellow hills. Alright. I'm just gonna put some hills here. Great. Much better. Much weirder. Okay. Ooh. Just trying to save things from falling over. I just want a sip of coffee, that's all. Now, I think for our first vegetation roll. So, go over to the vegetation table. So, vegetation table, still a. I think this is too loud. I should turn myself down. So, the vegetation table. We've got D4s, D6s, and D8s that we're going to be using. Number 1 is forest, and then low growth or brambles for number 2. Number 3 is light savanna or forest. 4 is abundant or farmable land. 5 is heavy rainforest. 6 is grassy. 7 is corrupt or dark forest. So I moved the forest way down on the list because I want more forested areas. Yeah, that's all. As I said before in the other video, but this is ideally some sort of vibrant jungle landscape. The tagline for it is the new and forgotten land. So it is both new to people trying to explore it, but also people used to live there. So that's a lot of settlements that would be there have been forgotten. So new and forgotten is the themes we're going for. So I like the idea of it being an overgrown jungle land. So that's what the vegetation table's about. And here we go. So I can gather up all of the dice again. I'm going to turn this down so I don't blow out any ears. think I have this around. So yeah, my futzing around at the end of there was, I think I messed up in the last video where I made, yeah. So I already made a grassy area here, just because I was following the wrong table. So the 6 here is grassy on our vegetation table, so we'll just count that as done already. So let's see, 4 forests. What kind of color do I want for forests? A little darker. I've got this, what I'm referencing over on the side here, I'll show you guys, is from my the felt container, the felts I have. I wanted to make sure I kind of had an idea what it would all look like on paper, because the colors you get here aren't always what comes out on the paper. So using that key, I kind of want number 6. That one? I've messed it up already. Yeah. That one. Alright. Pro tip, stay organized. Don't just yank out all your stuff. Alright, so got my green for forest. So I think we'll define, oh, I do want a lighter one. Huh? Why didn't that? Oh, I see, that one's the teal one. Ha! Oh well, we'll be a little darker for now. So that's gonna be grassy area. I think I've solved it. So we're gonna do this, but when we're done, I'm gonna go around with that other one and kind of do the outline of the forest in the darker green. That way, our grassy can stay kind of the same as the forest, but we'll have defined forest areas as opposed to just grass areas. All right. I see a problem with that. So I'm just going to join them. I think grassy areas are just going to be like little ticks of grass. We'll figure it out. 5. 5 is heavy forest. That's what I want for the other color. Heavy forest is this color. It's a little more blue. Okay. Checking. Gotta make sure our tools are useful. Let's see. We're learning as we go. 3. Light savanna forest. So that's what I want. Actual pen. So what I did for light savanna and forest before. What was a 6? What I did for light savanna and forest before was do little trees. legs. So those are sparse tree-like areas. Maybe I'll... Maybe I'll just do forest like I used to. Colorless forest, colored in later. Mainly what I wanted from the color was help, but I think this is going to be a little more confusing with not enough green colors. So we'll do that. Low growth brambles. How am I going to do that? Just, I think. So little shrubs, not the things. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Just a little touch of the bramble. 3. Light Savannah Forest. Cool. Cool. Alright. Once we figure out all the key stuff, and by that I mean how we're going to represent things on the map, that's a 3. Then it gets a little easier. Because then we can get into a flow of what we're representing different things with. Yeah. 6. Grassy. That's what I did for grassy before was just little ticks. Oh, so maybe there we go. Yeah. Cool. 4. 4 is farmland. We were just putting F's on the map before. What's a good way to do that? Something better than F's. Let's see. Well, you know what? Yeah. I need a yellow for that. Well, we could do green. Yeah, I'm thinking like fields. It's like is that too much like I don't hate that. Great. I like it. Cool. We solved it. Alright, 3. Oh, let's find a forest. Great. Three. Wait, we'll just expand that light savanna or forest. Let's draw little clouds, give them legs. They're trees. Great. We did it. Oh. Stand by. Just dropping pens. Don't worry, we're all good. That's there. 1. What was 1? Forest. Right. So there's 1, 1, and 1 up there. So I think what we're gonna do for now. I'm from the school of clouds. Forests are basically clouds. So I'll draw that in. Give this cloud centipede legs, and suddenly it'll be a forest. Cool. Give it some internal fluffing. We can color it later, but I'll color this one now. Oh, we could even leave it simple. Just the outside. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. We'll just do the outside. Heavy forest, like what we were doing over here. We'll just have the outline of that. So cool. Just like that. Maybe some of these lumps will have some color now too. Those have to be perfect. Great. 1 forest, and 3. Yeah, so between the two, nice. So we'll have another little forest here, but between them and this lowlands here, it's still kind of tree-like, because there was a savanna, Lightfoot savanna, foresty type area between them. Cool. Can't move those away quite yet. All right. Give it some fluff as well. I'll just color the outside. Something I think I'll do between maps is I'll go in, add it to the list. We'll go in and make a little, make all the legs for the trees brown, like trunks. 6 next to an 8 here. 6 was grassy. And that 8 is special. Give me a D20 here. This one. So let's see what this is. 4. Oh, we had a 4 before, I think. 6. We said we're restarting it, is what we said. So 4 is frigid or frozen. Interesting. At the top of the hill, something frigid and frozen. Frigid and frozen. Ooh, crap! That's like a cold tundra. It's grassy. All right, frigid. Blue, the universal color for cold. Three. Some more light savannah and forest up here. What's 4? Great. Cool. Four. Oh, right. Cool. I like it. How was that showing up? Let's see. Guess I should do that before continuing too far. Oh, that ain't too bad. Ain't too bad if I say so myself. I'm the only one talking, so... Alright, let's see. Where are we at? 3? Well, there's some trees over here, I think. It's okay to put them into other features like the flats. I'll just... Two, 6. 2 is low growth. Oh, in the middle there? Yeah, I like it. 6 is grassy. So let's do... Let's connect the grassy area. the dark one. Slightly. Also one. Oh, a bit of a forest there. Little seaside forest. Alright. Some internal fluffening. Four. Ooh, abundant farmable land. Great. It's a 7. We'll keep that there. Take this and there. Great. Seven was. Ooh, I like that. It's the corrupt or dark forest. I like that it's kind of like in the middle of this. It's kind of like two crest giant valley. Very cool. Now put some fluff in it. It's already in this lowland. It's the spooky dark forest. Sure, let's leave it like that. Next. 3. White savanna. Ooh, D20. Right in those lowlands, D20, 12. Ooh, flooded or drowned. Oh, yeah. The flooded lowlands. That's how we get swamps. Just gonna draw a land around it. This is how our water features kind of seep into our other creation. All right, 1. We got 2 1s next to each other. Well, what's that gonna be? If I can find my mouse. There we are. Whoop. Forest, great. One's over here. Is there any heavy forest 5s around? Or at least there's a bunch of 3s around it. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Let's draw some legs. Great, cool. 3. Oh yeah, we said all these light savannas. So 3, 3, 3. We got some down here too. There's not a lot going on up here. Just put them up here. They're kind of on these mountains though, so maybe I'll make these mountains a little green. So I'm gonna go, like with the forest, I'm gonna go around to each of the savannas and kind of do the same thing there. But also now that these mountains are kind of on them, I can kind of know that the mountains are going to be green here as well. So like overgrown mountains, very vegetation oriented. I think that'll happen. That's the intent to happen with a lot of the maps. As vegetation gets rolled onto something, try to transform it into a hybrid of the two, if possible. Yeah. 2. What was 2? Low growth brambles. Great. The rest of this. Yeah. So, a bunch of those in there, but now we got the brambly scrubble. Yeah, I don't know if I like that so much, but yeah, whatever. Like I've said in other map creation videos, like you can just use this as a baseline for maybe building a better map. Once we've got this all rolled out and know where everything is, you can actually take maybe even smaller parts of it and elaborate on that. So using this as a blueprint is probably a better idea. Yeah. So like over here when I was trying to figure out what to do, if I really wanted to make a nice version of this map, I'd not just scribble on it, but try to work things out as you're doing them during this stage of map creation is You know, fine. Two. Scribble. One forest. This little coastal forest here. It's on the lowlands, although it's snow, it's flat, but now I get to and just follow the rest of it around there. Perfect. Oh, right. The forest fluff. Ooh, a cliff-top seaside forest. I like it. I think this whole area is going to be a forest. Cool. Ooh. Great. Cool. 2. 2 is, oh yeah, the brambles. Oh, we got a couple of them here. Oh yeah, the bramble hills. Oh, what's 1? Forest? Ooh. Alright, I'm gonna play with that a bit, but before we do, you know what, I think I'm just gonna do this. There's all of these hills. Like the Bramble Hills. There's all that whole range there was like, it's 2 2s on top of each other and also on top of the mountain range. So that's an interesting feature. However, we got a 1 here down in the crag. So I think I'm gonna, oh man, it's gonna be hard to do. To like properly represent a forest at the bottom of a chasm. I gotta finish that one off there. Put some lumps in there. This is some weird perspective stuff, trying to get something down there. Oh, that's the wrong color. Alright. I'm kinda glad I didn't finish that now, because it lets me do this, put a forest at the bottom of a chasm, and I think that's a great terrain feature. That's cool. All right, back over here for the 4s. Oh, farmland. All right. And I'm kind of just loosely going over this. It doesn't need to be perfect. You don't need to draw right over the lines. This is all about the blueprint making of the map. 3. Savannah and forest. There's more farmland up here. I'll draw that in first, I think. No real reason. Ooh, I'm doing it bad though. And then between them was the savannah. I'll just draw that in right now. Almost forgot the tree legs. Alright, here we go. Great. Perfect. Belt next. 6. Oh. There's the hallowed land. There's a 6 and a 1. It's a 6 and a 1. It's grassy forest. Okay. I think we're gonna put a forest here. Next to it, and then great. So I think all of these are going to be a little, let's make it a whole area of just grassy hallowed lands. Grassy hallowed lowlands. Perfect. 6. Was that the grassy? Yeah. Even if it was, we'll just make this grassy here too. We'll just extend it on up. Because why not? It's our map. We do whatever we want. Cool. Do what I want. Great. 1. Excuse me. 1 is a forest. Not a lot of 5s rolled. There's a heavy forest. I think I'm also gonna put the heavy forest down in the thing. we haven't done a heavier forest other than here? I don't know. I don't think so. It's going to be darker. That's how you know it's more heavy. It's more green. A harder, darker green. It's lived a greener life. In greener times. Almost forgot to do this though. Hopefully it still looks alright. Alright, cool. I think that was the one. 3. What was 3? Savannah Forest. Ooh. The Haunted Hills. It's going to be Haunted Hills with some vegetation on it. And they're all haunted. It's at the bottom of a cliff. It's a bunch of hills. I think we determined that they were going to be just burial mounds for whatever past culture was there. Oh, but now that they got the trees in them, yeah, the trees, I can see having just like dedication trees, maybe a little more druidy. Just like, well, we bury our dead, and from them we have our family tree. Oh, that's cool. All right, almost done this wave of vegetation on this side. Ooh, spooky dark forest next to a 6. I'm gonna do that last. And 2 is low brambles. So what I'm gonna do here is the 1 is a forest. So I'm gonna make a forest most of the way here. Another cliff top, a cliff top forest along this the canyon verge. Give the forest its centipede legs. All right. Cool. And then, yeah, just its color has distinguishing color. The other one I said too. Oh, shrubs and brambles. See, I think whoever ends up running this, I think I'll let them determine if more of the canyon is that forest. I think like the idea of a canyon that's opened up or however it was formed just has like the sprawling forest bed to it. Lots of cool stuff that can happen there, I think. Cool. Alright, 7, spooky dark forest. A 6 on the D20 is what? A safe spooky dark forest. I think not. I'm gonna re-roll that. Sometimes you just gotta re-roll what doesn't work in the fiction. Yeah, there we go. Deadly or dangerous. Next to the spooky dark forest, but 4 is. I think we're just gonna have a big, dangerous spooky dark forest here. Yeah, that's just gonna be all over this area. Yeah. The dangerous spooky dark forest. So it is a heavy forest, so I use the darker green. When I put that on the table to roll, I envisioned something mystical or magical about it. And we're going to stereotype mystical and magical with the color purple. Not the movie, just the color. Yeah. Cool, cool, cool. I think we had another spooky dark forest that I wanted to put purple on that I didn't do until now. Oh well. Alright, so that's it for this round. I'm going to be right back. I get some more water, maybe refill my coffee, maybe yeah, take a little break. We'll come back, we'll do some more rolling, get more of the map done. Alright. See ya in a bit. And I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. This music got really epic. I have returned. Alright. So, a new roll, I guess. I turn down this. Consideration. So, before I roll, the aim of this roll, because the last roll was kind of like, let's fill this out. I'm probably gonna do this, or aim for middle, and then this side, or I might just do this. Yeah, you know what? As I'm talking through it, I figured it out. I'm gonna just do this side this time, and like when we did the shapes, if I feel like this ends up too sparse, I'll just do another roll inside. And I think I'm gonna go through each of these islands and give them a type of vegetation, just to figure out what their deal is. You know. All right. So yeah, outside. Turn that back down. All right, that's how it shook out. I need to move this way, so I'm gonna be looking at you over this way. All right, let's see. Got the colors, got that. Great, bunch of threes here. Threes, light savanna forest. Great. Savannah lowlands. Interesting. All right. Nice little lowland savanna. Perfect. 3 more of that at the end here. Sure. Just a little small one that time. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. So exactly what I thought. This area here is all very sparse. So I might try to do a small roll there at the end. 3. Savannah landed on a savannah. So I'm just gonna re-roll that. Great. Alright, I see the one up here. I'm just jumping all over the place. When you're doing this, just you know, do whatever makes sense to you. No, this didn't really make sense to me, mind you. I should have just gone and done something where there weren't a bunch of dice in my way. That's not always how it happens, eh? Alright. Great. One forest. I want to see. Let's see where that goes. I'm gonna leave that there for now. Because if we roll again, if there's more forest, I kind of want to make that a bigger forest. So we'll see where that goes. 4 abundant or farmable land. Oh, little seaside farms, eh? Cool. I like it. I say that a lot. I realize I need more. Get some more vocabulary. Just some in-between talk. So yeah, I'm just trying to, in here, it's not kind of like our other farmlands, but this landed right on top of some medium peaks, so what I'm thinking is some nice farmland up there, like not the Himalayas. Is it the Himalayas? I don't know. Just some, lots of farms in the mountaintops. Someone much smarter than me can correct me, tell me what I'm thinking. But yeah, I think that's a cool idea. I'll be interested to see if there's a settlement that appears up here. This 2's on the edge. What was 2? Brambles? Yeah, we're gonna make a little bit of a bramble coast. This music has been intense today. Three. Oh, let's have our forest all in there. Great. I think all in here is just going to be a light forest. What do we got for 3? We got Lights of Island Forest. Great. I think I gotta move that over here. That's gonna be there. 1. Forest, regular forest. 1 and 1. Great. I'll expand that forest that way. Look at that. What does that say? I think I'm just gonna... Instead of just being empty there. Maybe that's a good rule. Maybe that's a rule I'll follow from now on. Is if there is a forest next to a whole wide, like here, this is all going to be forest, I think. No, 2 1s here is why. So just turning that all into a forested area kind of fits with our jungle theme. Like assuming, instead of assuming that we're going to have flat, plainsy type areas where the voids are on the map, we can maybe assume jungle or forest. So I think that's something I'll do between maps. After we do maybe the river water features. So I probably won't go into cities yet. We'll see. We'll see where we go. We'll see how late this takes us. I don't want to make promises. But yeah. What is 3? Okay, good. So, to get that jungle feel is mainly why I want to do that. Just go through each of the voids in the map and just make it a forest. I think that would look the best. Oh, I didn't color that one. Interesting. Or foolish me. Great. Stretch that back. So that's a 7 there. That was next to the savannah. So maybe what I'll do, instead of just making another forest here, I'll make the savannah area kind of expand. But now we'll make it a little, we'll add some purple into this savannah area. So our savannah has been corrupted or spooky dark. It's a spooky dark savannah. So we'll do these now. Maybe these little ones. There we go. Cool. I like it. 4. 4 is Farable Hills. Great. I think we'll do a similar thing as we did over here. We'll kind of just intersperse some of the area with the cross-hatching. The cross-hatching of fertility. That's how you can tell something is going to be abundant. It's filled with crosshatches. I'm just going to extend the grassy nature of those hills that way. Because why not? Ooh, heavy forest. 6. That's grassy. Interesting. We got a lot of dice here, kind of concentrated. So I'm going to probably spread them out. 4. Great. We're gonna just expand that this way, I think. Perfect. Get out of here. We already did you. We're just doing you. All right. 5. Talked about. Oh yeah. Heavy forest. So like a forest, we will make it. Six was grassy. Yeah, so we'll probably have the grassy kind of come between them. And great. Oh, it's supposed to be dark. Here we are. Oops. Easily fixed. Look at that. If it's not cross-hatched, it's just grassy. It's a very fine difference. You know. For medium peaks. Wrong table. Abundant farmland. What was 5 again? 5 is heavy forest. So we got a heavy forest here and here. Gotta get the right tool for the job. Oh, it's the hallowed hills and the forest. Heavy forest, eh? Let's just try this out. Let's just say that in the middle of the forest, there's this crest. It's all hallowed. Let's see how that looks. Just gotta do what the dice tell you sometimes, you know? If it doesn't work, well, then you melt them. don't microwave your dice. That was not a recommendation. It's a joke. Well, that didn't turn out too bad. All right, moving on. Okay. A lot of dice bunched up here. Oh, lots of 4s though. I'm gonna have fun playing with that. And a 4 over here. So maybe we. Oh no, it's just abundant farmable land. All right, 2. Let's get on with 2. Brambles. Cool. Now these 4. Actually, there's a 20 here. So let's figure out what that 20 is going to be. 13 forest. Uh-oh. Ooh, mystical or mysterious forest. Which is different than the spooky dark forest. Let's be clear. The spooky dark forest is mysterious and potentially malicious. I think the mystical nature of the mystical forest inspires whimsy or just the lighthearted or more Fey-like mystery, not the dark, get lost in the woods and eaten alive mystery. That's a different type of mystery. All right, this is our mystery symbol. The old purple question mark. What is it? Who knows? Only the Riddler knows. Cool. That looks silly. I like it. 6. Oh, gotta scroll back up. 6, grassy. All right. That's kind of in these mountains too. So I think ain't nothing wrong with some grassy hills, grassy mountains. Cool. It's just the whole area. We did it. It felt right. I just did it. Ooh, we got an 8 here. 4 though. What's a 4? Far mind. Cool. Wait, what is this music? Where did this come from? Jingle pongs? How'd that even... Okay, so... Story time. I use here Jingle pongs. It's a, you know, licensed music type thing. And I should really make my own playlist, which will include a lot of these songs. Because a lot of this stuff is good, but this is I've searched orchestral and kind of just said shuffle play all of it. And sometimes you get some orchestral music, as we just heard. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It's just not the tone I want for this video. All right, I think we're good. All right, back at it. Right, that's where we were. All discombobulated. Cross. I guess this is not completely cross-hatched. It's more like gridded. It is cross E, but it's not cross each other. You know, I don't know. I'm just rambling now. Oh, there is a spooky dark forest up here, though. Rival spooky dark forests. So what I did there is I kind of just made this forest bigger because I know in the future I'm just going to fill all the void with forest instead of just plains. So I might as well extend things like spooky dark forests and regular forests into voids that are adjacent. Because the voids are going to be regular forests anyway, but if it's a spooky dark forest next to it, then having that spooky dark forest be a little bigger is a little more interesting. You'll probably get more mileage out of your roleplay exploration. More bang for your buck, you know? Alright, cool. 8. I kind of want to do that 8. Yeah, alright. So, 8. Special thing, and I kind of want to see what it'll be. So let's see. 10-2. 2 is, brambles. I like low growth and brambles. So where's my mouse? There we are. Ooh, haunted brambles right in the middle of our giant valley. Awesome. So, yeah, okay. haunted forest. Oops. It was supposed to be brambles. But I got distracted. And now, you know, maybe it's fine. Yeah. Screw it. This is what happened. Like Bob Ross says sometimes, no actual accidents, just happy accidents. This is how it's meant to be. The dice said one thing, I was gonna draw it, and ended up not drawing it. So I'm gonna write haunted here. Haunted. Sure. That's what that says. I swear. Cool. And that's where we are. I think it's just because I was just coming off drawing the other forest, but now that's what's there. Lots of hauntings going on around this map. We got the haunted hills up there. I think we rolled haunted somewhere else as well, but it makes sense for our theme of new and forgotten. There. It really leans into the forgotten part. Oh, spooky dark forest. Next to fours. What were fours? Fours were all of this land. I get those fours out of there. Just all. Oh, that was a 3. Where'd it go? There we are. So all of this area around here. It's gonna be good old farmland. Maybe this is where people ended up, you know? Or if not, it'll be what our party members or people who are exploring might this might be the valuable thing that their employers want to find, you know? Maybe the homeland's running out of food. And this is a big plot of land like this. Oh. Keep the motherland fed. Great. All right. There's a 3 tucked up in here. Light Savannah Forest. I'm going to bring that down. A little Light Savannah Forest this way. Bringing the map a little closer to me. You won't be able to see some of this, but that's fine. We're done with all that for now. 2 and a 6 next to each other. brambles and grassy. I'm gonna make these brambles a little bigger because I neglected some brambles before, so it's only fair I get their shot of growing out of control. Cool. 6 grassy, right? Great. The 6. I think the 6 has come out before. Ooh. I think it's safe, isn't it? Yeah. I forgot to write safe down here. Yeah, safety near the farmlands. What could go wrong? It's a safe 6. Oh, I think that's safe grassy area. Nice. Oh, the grassy area up here too. Great. Let's make it all grassy. Cool. I'll leave that there for now. It's a 7. 3. 3. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. White Savannah Forest all up in here. And these mountains. That's an easy one to try in here. We can put the clouds with legs all in through these mountains. It kind of gives us the idea that it's both, which is good. Perfect. And I think, yeah, I'm just going to do this to the mountains too. Perfect. Was this 6? Did we do this 6? Yeah, we did. It was the safe. It's the top here. Okay. 2. What is 2? Low. Oh, brambles. Brambles in between here. Whole brambly area. All right. forest. Yeah, okay. So lowlands, frozen lowlands also has. It's the frozen lowland forest. That's wild. There's another one here. Yeah, definitely. Where's the 4? Blended farmland. Yeah, we'll push that up because. Because this is gonna get weird. Frozen forest. Frozen lowlands with the forest. Man, that's weird. Weird and mysterious, but not mysterious like purple question mark. There's a different kind of mysterious in that. It's weird that there's a frozen forest in the middle of a jungle. I think this is the one. Gotta consult my reference. It's the blue asterisk forest. Weird dude. I like it. Alright. Yeah, spooky dark forest there. 2. Lawns, brambles here. What's a 4 between them? Grassy? Get out of here. Or actually, maybe we'll do grassy down here, but I want to connect the 2 bramble areas. I think that's interesting. Alright. Oh, grassy lowlands. Perfect. Bramble, fern, bushiness. I let that one go pretty long. I just have it on shuffle, so. But I should make my own list. It's homework for me. All right. I kind of wish I could display my Spotify list or something on there, but legal reasons. So those are all 1s. I'm just gonna Yeah, draw a big old forest up there, I think. Alright. Alright. Perfect. Seven. Ooh. Nice. Make it a little larger. Here we are. Purple. 4. Is that what we were doing for? Yeah, because it was dangerous spooky dark forest. Yeah. Yeah. Two. Low growth brambles. Little bramble land in between these, the frozen forest and the. How does a forest get frozen? Oh, abundant farmland above the brambles, not bad. To low growth brambles or brambleland. So I think what I'm gonna do is even though these are hills, I'm gonna put some brambles on them. We'll have bramble hills, just like that. Connect those two bramble areas. Maybe the farmable land is actually like berries. It's not so tangled, but now you can root through them. It's berry brambles, bushes, blackberries. Lots of time picking berries as a kid myself. These two don't really fit. I think I'm just gonna roll them in the middle here. Good. I'm gonna do some brambles in here. And 3. What's 3? Light savanna forest. Great. It just expands this savanna. All right. 2/8. There's a 1. A little bit of a forest. I'll do that. But I think I'll do those 8s. I'm going to take another break. I got to grab something just quickly. And yeah. 5 seconds. All right, I'm back. So, 8s. This 8 on the island here. 3, 2. 2 of those brambles. Bramble. Scarred or blasted brambles. That sounds like a not great place to be. This music. So with these mountains over here, something I like to do. We got a forest around the mountains. We color them a little green, but also we can just give them little bottoms now. So now their peaks poking out of the forest. There we are. So along with our regular forest iconography, our forest lumps are just peaks now. Well, let me still put a forest lump in there for good measure. Alright, and this 8 up in the corner here. Natural 20. Rich and valuable. Rich and valuable is our special modifier to this here light savanna. All right, cool. I want to write blue. Excuse me. Cool. So we've done all that. I could make another roll here, but I think I'm just gonna fill the rest with forest. So let's see if that doesn't take too long. kind of wanted one mega forest in the middle here. So it kind of works out. And it makes a little more sense for our goal of being a jungle, a foresty type area. So, I know I've said that a lot today, but it fits, so I'm saying it. Reiteration. Something that's interesting to me is while we were rolling our vegetation, not a lot of vegetation overlapped our hills and the like. So that's interesting. Sometimes the fun of doing maps like this is combining the features. Sometimes it was easier to not. Granted, but I did try to where I could. We combined the cliff over there with a forest, a hallowed forest now, because it was part of the hallowed cliffs of last video, last map episode stream. This part might not be so interesting to watch. It's me just making a big thing. Yeah, I think that's something I'll save. Yeah, I'll finish the rest between map videos. I got a lot of touch-ups to do anyway. For here, though, I do want to finish drawing the forest that I'll be finishing. So you have an idea of where things will be. What time is it? Yeah, I think we'll have time for at least one roll of the water features. So that'll leave us at a nice ending point for next stream, episode, video, however you're watching this. Yeah, I think I want all this to be encompassing that, because we can do whatever we want. So that farmland's just going to be inside of this forest that we're drawing here, because I said so. Sometimes you have to make the dice listen to you. instead of the other way around. Yeah, I'm just gonna give this a body, even though it's not like the rest of our forests. We can come back to it. Cool, not for a... That's fine. Just to trying to fill all the gaps with clouds that will eventually be forests. If I had that mindset here, I would have brought that down. Just be flatland here. Great. Yeah, the islands. I think we're gonna end on the islands. Yeah. Cool. This all looks weird now, but hey, Too Many Bears, how you doing? Sorry, I was just filling in the void with forests. How am I planning to do Island Water, Lakes, and Rivers? Yeah. To be honest, probably should have done them first, but because I wanted it to be a little more jungly feeling, I wanted it... I assume lakes and rivers are gonna run throughout, and that the vegetation's gonna cover them anyway. So, yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Prominent river point. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go through each of the islands, kind of give them a generic type of vegetation, and then move on, I think. Here. Yeah. So yeah, to let you know, I was going to, after doing all the islands, I think I'm going to do a single kind of sparse roll of water features, because I think a lot of it will be hidden under things anyway, but I can kind of put them in where we need. But yeah, also, welcome. This is the map and what has happened to it. Here. One forest, great. Yeah, exactly. Something. If you weren't here earlier, you might have missed is the ravine over here has a forest. So this big crack in the earth that we had before is now just there's a forest over here, and I'm thinking maybe the forest is just throughout. And I mean, with all the vegetation, there has to be some sort of river or something going through there. So I think that'll be neat. Let's do this island. Oh. 6. 6 is grassy. Just a little grassy. Little grassy island. The safe island. Yeah, so with so many deeply carved paths, there has to be tons of running water. I agree. I definitely think it's all mostly hidden by vegetation or whatnot. You know that I intend to use this as like a West Marches type of map. So I was thinking, if we cover the land and forest, we can, like, obviously there's peaks and stuff, and that's where rivers start and whatnot. So that would be easy to kind of make it that way, kind of just follow where the land says the water would go, but also leaving a lot of it up to mystery for any GM who wants to run people through it is also an option. I assume it's a lot more watery than what is shown here. I also assume the weather is a little more wet in the area. This thing? I was thinking this would just be a forest. But yeah, no, there's definitely yeah. So, yeah. So what I was doing is just before you popped on, I was filling all the void with forest area. So this was just a big center void, and I felt that instead of just leaving it blank to kind of feed into the jungle atmosphere or the vegetation atmosphere I wanted, normally I would leave them blank and consider them plains or fields, but with what we wanted, putting forest there instead kind of fit the theme a little better. Yeah, definitely. It'd be strange. Alright. I'm gonna roll a vegetation for here while we chat. Ooh, that's so weird. So I rolled a 7, which is the corrupt or dark forest. I'm just gonna put it all over the place. But that's interesting to me because, as you might remember, that was our safe island. So our safe mountain range within the spooky dark forest. Yeah, or like the safe mountain ranges are a reprieve from the spooky dark forest. Or maybe it's just safe now. Maybe it used to be spooky dark and now it's just regular dark. Yeah, like we've converted the place into a safe area, or the other way where it was safe, but now the forest has been corrupt, so maybe it's only safe in the one area. Something to play with, I think. interesting. More corrupt forest. Yeah, exactly. Trap people into the safe area. Or trap people out of the safe area, yeah. Spooky Dark Valley now. Alright. Here. This is a good roll, and it's a 4, okay. Abundant farmland, alright. Excuse me. Sets of perpendicular lines, the universal symbol for farmland. Island. 8 special. All right, let's get this guy. 11-2. Ooh, that's the brambles, I believe. Low growth and brambles, but 11 is hallowed. The hallowed bramble lands. Alright. Really hilly, really brambly. Lots of low growth on this island, and it is hallowed. Which is, interesting in its own regard. Perhaps some strange druid enclave, some sort of fairy reprieve. Who knows? We'll find out later, probably. Great. Dice. 8. Also special. Double special. Do I just keep rolling? 10? Yeah. You seem excited, so I'm going to roll a second. So it's 10-7. Haunted and wild. Haunted and wild brambles. I'm excited. So, I said earlier that I was resetting the reroll stipulation because during the shape we were rerolling similars, but I don't know if you remember, is up here. I don't know if you can see it. Up here is our haunted hills. Now we have a haunted wild island next here. Yeah, exactly. You remember. All right. Haunted wild. All right. That tiny little island up there. Oh, I'm not rolling the d20 this time. 6 is grassy. Just simple grassy. Cool. Touch this green with some hills. Hills with some green. these islands over here now. This one already got some just randomly generated, so I'll probably just do a roll for the other corner, I think. 2. 2 is brambles. Oh, brambly land. On the other side of the island crevasse. But yeah, there is definitely a lot of... And I wanted it to be more shapely, so we succeeded in that, but there's definitely like just cliff sides and ravines and canyons throughout, and like mountain ranges and whatnot. Definitely an active area, so that's interesting to play with, I think. Yeah. Alright, what do we get up there? Oh, ancient. Yeah, the ancient mountains. You didn't see that before, but that island there is ancient. You probably haven't even seen that part of the map. So, yeah, let's just roll. Thinking too much. Gotta roll. These 3 islands. I forget what was here. I think it was a cliff. I forgot to write it down, and now I've forgotten. But what did happen to it is it got infested. It was a special infested island. And I was thinking about the word infested in regards to our purposes here. And infested doesn't necessarily have to be bug related. You have an infestation of many different things. Zombies came to mind, but zombies have been done before, you know. I'm trying to brainstorm maybe something else, and maybe when we think next video or next video / episode / stream, depending on how people watch this, I think that'll all be decided through our world development. I don't have to sweat it too much right now. Here. Ooh. That's loud, probably. 5. 5 is... Oh, heavy forest. That's a different green. I am honored to be considered even close. But yes, I have referenced Bob Ross a lot on this stream. Yeah, Demons is another good one. I didn't even reveal to you my plan to have it be kind of D&D themed, but also... Oh man, that's a great amount. To have it be D&D, but also the level up system be based on either by session you would get points, and you could put those points into different class abilities, and once you had enough first level class abilities, you would be able to get second level class abilities. But like breaking them all up into things like sneak attack or weapon style or whatnot, and just instead of being a fighter, you are a person with points that I've put into fighting style and maybe some like a cantrip or some magic or whatever. You can kind of build your own thing. That is a whole different topic, a whole different stream that'll be. I'll probably do a stream if I try to do some work on it. Just talking out loud is a good way to just run through your ideas. Hearing things out loud makes you realize how dumb they are sometimes. Alright. infested island vegetation. I'm gonna finish this first. So yeah, that was an idea I had. I could also not do it that way, just have it be D&D. I could also just not run D&D. We were talking last time about Genesis. Genesis is, I think, a great system and it has that. You've got points. You don't have a class. You have points that you've put into abilities, and those abilities cost certain points or stats that you want. You can kind of buy a small bits at a time progression. All right, infested island. Let's get a roll on. 7. Well, 7 spooky dark forest. So what is the okay? Stand by. So, I've decided that it's infested with clowns. I think that's the last island. Is it? I like that area there. You know what? When you're right, you're right. So, I'll just make an island. Yeah. That was a 5. We'll put that there. We'll put that there. 5 and 4. Let's shape it up, build it. Try and do it quickly. Medium peak and canyon. So. Yeah. And then cool. And we'll put some vegetation over there. 1, great. Forest, awesome. I'll just be a whole forest. I think we'll split it up. It'll be 2 forests. And then War Island. So I don't know if you were gone by the time I did this, but there's the war-torn lowlands around the crevasse. Well, that's a 1. The deadly dangerous island. Yeah, so we got a war-torn, just lowlands. So right where there's a tear in the world. So I think we're gonna play with that when we come around to world building. Because I like that idea. The idea of the war-torn maybe having something to do with why there is that gash in the world. It might just be topographical, but it could also be something. Maybe. Yeah, I got a mystical here. There's a war-torn here. It's next to the infested hills. Yeah, there's gonna be something down there anyway. All right. Now let's do a quick roll for water features. We got half an hour. Sure. Let's turn this down so I don't hurt people's ears. I'll explain in a second. All right, so in this table, I actually don't use d8s. So I thought it was just easier to just roll them all instead of separating them out before rolling. So it only uses d4s and d6s. Cool. Let's see how many of these fit. I might just ignore a bunch of them just because we discussed before the maybe put that there. We just discussed before that a lot of the terrain's probably under the vegetation anyway. But if there's room for anything on the map, I want to include it. So let's roll up to water features. 1s and 2s are prominent river points, so we can use the blue to do those. I'm going to just go. These. It's probably a river point here. So coming out of the river here into these lowlands, and we'll come down this way. And this one will join up with it. Cool. 1s and 2s. Looking for 1s and 2s. This. Yeah, okay. I see that. From those mountains. There's hills here, lowlands here. Yeah, I'd come down these lowlands and out into the river, out into the water there. Cool. Oh, there's a D8. Oh, I moved that 13 from. I was over here. Let's see. There's river points here. Where are these river points coming from? Where would the water, from here? Here? Or maybe we just say it's coming out this way. There's a little bit of a valley there. So I think what happens is from wherever it's coming out here and into this forest down here, and then out through these lowlands. And the water features we add to the land definitely say something about the land itself, so I have to be careful in where those are going. 3. Swamp basin wetlands. So also, I figured it out. So I'm going to change the thing. So I changed the table because I realized I just wanted number 4 to be basin, which is kind of like we can extend the swamps or we can extend the lake, and that's kind of lowland area, lowland water area. So instead of having swamp, basin, wetlands in there, swamp and the wetland is closer, and then basin can kind of fill in the gap between either or just be its own thing. 3. Swamp. Alright, what do I do for swamp? Oh. So I do like a purple outline for the area, which kind of makes sense for this area. This mountain range, and then I think this is where the river will come down, because that kind of sets it for us. It's like in a savanna, so now we know that this savanna light forest is actually more swampy. Actually probably be a heavier swamp with trees and the like, as opposed to just the swamp area. The regular swamp area, I'm thinking Lord of the Rings and all the dead bodies. That type of area is just regular swamp, where like the bog of eternal stench is more of this area that we just made here, which is the like trees and, still swamp area. You get the idea. Cool. So now we know that this definitely come around this way. Probably pick up some water going into this forest from the mountains, and actually find its way here, because that, even though these are like a valley going this way, it kind of breaks in the middle here. You can see it breaks in the middle there, so I feel like I can just have some water run through it. 2A. Is this just something I moved from over here? No, you know what? This is definitely... So I got a frigid area here. I think that's weird, but also it makes sense that water would find its way down here into this forest. Eventually all together. Maybe like a waterfall down into this land, and then out of this river, or out of this area here, and here, kind of making a way through at the ocean edge or ocean mouth. It's got a nice little forested area. I like it. All right. There's a prominent river point coming through here, and I think that's gonna. What we got here was a flooded lowlands. So flooded lowlands, definitely. That's the runoff through the mountains. Next to this forest, kind of joins up here as well. Makes this pronounced farmland make more sense too. It's, it's a very Mesopotamian water on both sides. Water river thing here doesn't make sense that it would come from anywhere, so I think I'm just gonna ignore it. So 6 is special, 4 is basin. Where am I gonna move that to? This is all cliff raised up. Maybe this is what we do. We get a lighter blue. This bramble area that was all here. It's got the runoff from the cliff down this way. It's got the runoff from the mountain here. Or maybe it's just kind of a swampy area itself. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. So that's the basin there forms from having all the sloping areas into it. It's not quite a river, but it's just all lowlands, and it just filters out into that area there. I like it. 3, swamp or wetlands. Cool. I think all these lowlands here kind of make sense. Okay, a little more sense now. So those lowlands are. It's probably like a salty swamp. Oh, that's gross. All right, let's do the 6. The music has demanded the 6. Ooh, double special. 11 and 1. Oh, that's right near our infinite. That's 11 and 14. Let's see. Let's just get some ideas. Howled Wild Magic. Great. Howled Wild Magic. River or river area. You know what? Is it just river area? Maybe I just futz with that. Yeah. Hallowed and weird. Yeah. I'm trying to think if I want a riverbend there. You know what? I don't think I do. You know what? 1, 2, 3. Swamp, basin, or lake. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Basin. More basin. So, How did we do that over there? Doesn't really quite fit, but hills here, we can say that's a little higher too. Obviously the hills, the infinite hills there. Base has got a little bit of vegetation, I think. That's a bad color for that. Yeah, you know what? I think we were thinking that this was going to be a little more fairy or fae oriented, the infinite, like the wild hills, because we got the haunted hills up there. So I think I like a weirdly radiant. Yeah, weirdly radiant, like a too shiny, too clear, too just, it's too much. It's weird because it's radiant. It's because it's too much, too clean. But that's just the area, I think, because there's so much going on here. I think that's where we're gonna get. There's a lot going on here. Enough said. All right, cool. I want to get some of this out of the way. 6, 3, 3. Oh, I don't have the table up. Here we are. 3. Ooh, swamp. And then 18. I'll hold off rolling that, but we'll say, because there's 2 swamps there, we'll just say 18 swamp. Oh, infinite swamp. Oh no, more infinite. Or expansive. Let me know if you have a better idea while I draw this swamp. It's another foresty swamp, so that'll be cool. Could be growing. Be going up. Here. I'll put infinite swamp here. What I'm thinking, yeah, I'm thinking like maybe some sort of just constantly growing and dying, like an infinite life cycle, kind of maybe happening rapidly, but like just constantly growing so that you can see it. I mean, everything's kind of constantly growing anyway, but like the way we get the infinite look to it may come in the form of just it constantly going. I think that's where we'll go with it. I've got the note here, so we can come back to it when we do some other stuff. Interesting. So we got some. Oh, that's not blue. Yeah, down into some lowlands. I think this some runoff from this mountain. Kind of come in between these two things, make the farmland good. And this being dumped into the ravine. I found where the water gets into the thing. Maybe some of it comes through here. Yeah, I like that. Cool. I like where that's going. Oh. Yeah, that's ones and twos all in there. So a similar thing, I think. Cool. I like it. 3 was swamp. That makes sense here. Already got the grassiness. It's next to some farmland. Maybe it is even part of some of that. Great. Oh. Swamp, great. 1 and 2 river areas up here. Yeah, all right. Because from these mountains, maybe this river, this whole river thing, just kind of comes through these mountains anyway. I messed that up, but whatever. Excuse me. All right. What was 4 basin? That's a D8. Get out of here. 4 is still here though, and 4 was. I gotta scroll back up. Basin. All right. It's on lowlands. I like lowlands having basins, or them landing there anyway. Let's see. Yeah, you know what? Because it goes into a valley here. Maybe have this whole area be kind of basiny, especially at the bottom of this valley. Cool. Just leave it like that. That's 9. It's a 9. 9 is, ooh, forbidden or taboo. I like it. Ooh. A forbidden or taboo lake. It's kind of here. So it's gonna hug this mountain range, I think. Interesting. Cool. And then, like any good water feature, we'll join in its draining into the ocean. Cool. And next, I guess. Ooh, 6. 6 here. Get that D20 back here. I want this one. 12 for Frisian frozen. Nope. Other way around. Flooded, drowned, basin. Interesting. Next to some bramble area. Alright, let's see how it would, if that makes sense. I guess. I think it being a flooded or drowned water feature. You know what? Do I just re-roll it because it's a water feature? I'll leave that up to you while I draw it. Basin's green and blue filling. Yeah. That's the problem. That's also why the water feature table is a little smaller. Because the water feature table, a lot of water features I want to add are like just coastal. Like I've made, there's like a bit of a bay up here. There's one over here. You know, just channels and whatnot. So a lot of those things kind of just happen in the shape of the land. So trying to find 8 of them for a table is, you know. So that's why it's like this a little. Yeah, or water caves, exactly. I had, in one of my other tables, one of the water features is caves, coves, underground waterways. I felt that was cumbersome when I started to use it, though. I didn't really have a good fix for it, so I just changed it. And sometimes that's what you gotta do. If you don't have a good fix for something, then just change it. Fix it by changing it. All right. 2 river. Okay. So we got a mountain here, river, So I think that's what's going to happen. Yeah, it makes sense. We got, oh, great. Oh, we got a 6 here, though. So I'm going to... I'm going to say it goes to the lake. Why not? Just come here. There's another. I want to figure out what this is before I draw too much up that way, but definitely something coming around this forest. Maybe into it. All right, thanks for dropping by. I don't know if I missed you, but thanks for dropping by. Always a pleasure. Yeah, and see you later, hopefully. All right. 6. Special modifier. Ooh. So the start of the river is a 17. Oh no. Oh no, okay. Okay. Maybe I don't connect it? So I already connected it down through here. Putrid are running. Well, alright. Yes. Yeah, maybe the river comes around this way. Oh no, what have I done? All right, guess that happened. All right, I'm sniffling for some reason. 13. I think I rolled too many d20s in this. 13, 3. 13 swamp. Oh, 13 is mystical or mysterious. Oh, interesting. Because that was our... It's all going to be... It was right next to our other mystical, mysterious thing. So, why not just have it all be mystical, mysterious? I think that's what the dice are trying to tell us. You gotta listen to the dice sometimes, but only sometimes. 3. Swam. No, that was that one. Great. Oh yeah, little lowland swamp here. I'm gonna just take that away. It's gonna be too hard to draw. I'll make a note of it in here. Perfect. Doesn't have to be anything finite there. River area here makes sense. Down from these lowlands around these hills and into this swamp. Cool. Oh, a bunch of special areas here. 6. 1. River. Alright, alright. Out from those mountains. And around and down. It was a special 6. It is. Oh, I think we got 13. Man, there's so many other things in 17. I haven't seen 17 in a while. Well, I lied. We just had that. 14. Is there ones that we haven't had? I feel like we've rolled on this table a lot. I feel like maybe there needs to be more things on the table. I think. What's 4? All magic are weird? Great. Weird. Isn't that weird? Great. Get that out of here. Doesn't make sense there. You know what? I think that's going to be a lot of the end of this. Just me saying, hey, that doesn't make sense. Very swampy. We're making it all swamp. That's how we do. Cool. Swamp. We'll roll it. 18. Infinite or expansive. We did that. 16. Infested. Great. Infested. Alright. Yeah, we're getting close to the end now. Maybe over. There's a couple rivers that spill down the cliff. I think that makes sense. I think that's cool. So that's what we're gonna do. Rambly swamp into regular swamp. I think that'll be fine. makes sense that from here there's many kind of river through here. 5. Oh, 5's a lake. So maybe just turn this into a big old lake. You get too many lakes. Oh, I still want this color. Get the frozen forest there. We get our lake, and our lake will take it out to sea. Cool. I like it. Fill that in. All right, almost done. Actually done. So this map, really coming along. Next will be cities, and then probably some backstory on some of those cities. Yeah, might take a break from this and do some other stuff, some more video games before you see another map video. Yeah. Is that what I want? Is this what I want? This is what I want. So yeah, thanks for coming by. Thanks for helping me with this map. I like how it's coming along. Looks like it's gonna be fun. So until next time then, I guess.